Wow, that's crazy. $7,500 in sales. And this is something that I definitely would not have thought of. Today we're going to go over how to create a best-selling t-shirt design that's making thousands of dollars within minutes. A lot of you all know how to design, but the more complicated situation is figuring out how to make thousands of dollars with those designs. So if you don't know by now, my name is Rich, sold millions of dollars online, and a lot of it being t-shirts. So let's go ahead and hop into it. So there's lots of things you want to consider when it comes to a best-selling t-shirt design. For the most part, I sell on Etsy and Amazon, so a lot of times these aren't clothing brand related items. However, you can still use this same process for your clothing brands if you want to go that route, because the more important thing is that we want to do product research. We want to see what's trending, what people are already buying, and what our audience actually likes. You can't just go out into the market and say, you know what, I think this is cool, so I'm gonna design this. Hopefully people buy it. You know, that might work on a smaller scale because you're not printing out lots of t-shirts and you're not taking a lot of losses to begin with, but it can add up. So you really gotta think at a larger scale. So think of like a larger clothing brand or Target or Walmart who's ordering thousands and thousands of t-shirts. You can't put over 10,000 t-shirts into production without doing any type of product research to see if this type of design is selling or not. Same goes if you have a clothing brand or a new Etsy storefront. Yes, our MOQs are way lower and maybe we're only printing one or two here and there, and maybe that's why you're not even getting any sales, because you're putting the wrong designs out there. So there's lots of ways to do product research. We have the manual ways of being able to do it, and then we also have extensions such as Everbee. So if I click on Everbee right here, this is a tool that I use a lot to look at the analytics of an actual product. So as you can see, this product right here is doing roughly $100 monthly revenue, and it lets us know about the reviews, how many views the product has, and so on. So, you know, it's getting some sales, but it's not extraordinary, right? So, you know, one thing that we can do is just pretty much keep on looking around until we find something that we actually think is cool, or we can head on over here to product analytics section of Everbee and check it out. Now I have all these products here with the actual listed monthly revenues, how long it's been on the market, and so on. So I'm going to click on monthly revenue and just pretty much look around over here. And now we have all of these products right here, and we can actually see how long it's been on the market as well, which is truly important because this number is an average across those months right there. So let me go ahead and click on this one and see what this is all about. So here we have a frog 90s vintage t-shirt, which is entirely interesting to me. I don't know if this is based off of some kind of old book or something, but this is something I probably never would have thought of. So now you already have an idea of what to start basing your designs off of, and probably this is something that's not even as competitive because I doubt this is something that everyone else is selling. And also, before you get too deep, you do want to do a trademark search to see if that was something that was trademarked or not. However, even if it was, I can still type in frog 90s and now I'm in an entirely different niche that I didn't even think about, and it's probably something I probably never would have thought about. And now I can see what else is trending in just this area alone. I already see this MILF shirt, which is pretty funny to me, and it says, man, I love frogs, and it says bestseller right there. So let's see how much this product right here is selling. Wow. That's crazy. $7,500 in sales. And this is something that I definitely would not have thought of. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and click on this right here. Let's go ahead and click on it. So it says MILF, man, I love frogs. So now I'm going to go ahead and head on over to this website right here called Kittl. And I'm just going to type in frog and see if anything pops up. And even if nothing pops up, then we can still go about it. But man, we already have a whole bunch of listed items right here. So we have this right here. This already says, man, I love frogs. I would still kind of switch this up a little bit. One of the reasons why is because the color scheme on this one, you don't want to steer away too much from the original design. You kind of want to see what makes it actually sell. Like this one has a little bit too much going on for me, and it's too bright of a color. It might work, it might not, but this right here is kind of using those muted colors. It's not the bright green, it's not the bright orange, and those are the small things that you want to pay attention to when it comes to detail. But regardless, let's go ahead and open this up right here. So here we have our frog, and obviously it's really easy to edit and move things around. So what I want to do is kind of make this a little bit more simple. I want to remove all of these effects, right? So I'm just going to click on it, click on effects, and I can see it has this right here. I'm going to uncheck that. I'm going to come back over here, and I'm just going to make both of the colors the same. Okay, so that does help. And click on document colors right here. Maybe I just want to make this black, honestly. I'm going to right click this, and I'm going to send this to the back. And now these flowers right here, as you can see, is all grouped together. So I just right click it, click ungroup, and pretty much move it around. I still want it to overlap the original text. I think that gives the image some contrast. contrast and just a different element to the actual design, so it helps it look a little more professional, I suppose. I'm gonna right click this as well, click on group. Don't really like the banner too much. Now I'm gonna remove this circle, and boom, we have this area right here. And as you can see, the leading, or I think it's the letter spacing, is a little much right here. So yeah, letter spacing, I'm just gonna click 0, see how that looks, and then we're gonna up the size a bit. And here we have our actual frog, so I'm gonna go ahead and make him a little bit larger as well. So if you remember, I said like this was a little too bright for me. It's really easy to change the colors on Kittl because it has all the document colors right here, especially when I just hit Control Alt, right? So I can control all the colors of that color at once to a different document color that's already on the board, or I can just change it all to, like, you know, more of that muted color all at once. So here I have all of that. The frog is a little too bright for me. It's actually an image and not a vector just yet. So what we want to do is vectorize this right here. We're gonna just do about 6 colors and see how that looks. All right, cool. So that pretty much works for me. And for example, if you don't like a specific color, so as you can see, there's this little pink highlight right here in his skin. You can click on it and change it to something else. Like that right there actually works. It's a little bit brighter. Or you can just lower the opacity all the way so that it's just a background color. Like if we're painting on this sand color shirt, then perfect. But I want to change that orange to something a little bit more muted, like that. I don't even know if muted is the right word, honestly. I'm gonna go for a green. All right, cool. That works even better. So now I also want to click on this, and what I'm gonna do, instead of just finding a random green, I'm gonna see what that same green looks like first, and then if I don't like it, I'm gonna change it to something in that same color field, but give it more of a highlight, as you can see. So I think I like it with that same color green. We don't need too many colors going on. All right, so last but not least, this additional brown right here, it just seems kind of off. It's not the same as everything else going on. So I'm just gonna look for another color that's on the documents already. So I think I'm fine just changing it to the same color that's already there. Let's see here. It doesn't need too much shade. So right there it works for me. All right, so now the only thing that's throwing me off is this bright orange, kind of yellow right here. I'm gonna click on that and we're gonna change it. That color right there looks pretty good to me. And one other thing throwing me off is this blue. So now I'm gonna find all of these blues, and I'm just gonna kind of click around until it matches the rest of the board. So now got that one going, and I'm also gonna remove the blue on the flowers. And I think that works for me. And if we want to see a quick mock-up, we can click this right here, and here we have it on the actual mock-up, and I think that looks pretty good. But I didn't notice on the design right here, it is hard to read where it says man. So we will go back and we will lower it a bit. But see, it was really quick to pretty much design that in a few minutes. It's been less than like 2-3 minutes for me to just create this design right here. But for example, we didn't find too many frogs on this page right here, and if we wanted another frog with that same type of background, all we had to do is click on Kittl AI, and let's go ahead and see if we can find a frog in the same aspect that's entirely new that no one else would have, right? Because at the end of the day, yes, this is a template and other people can find the same template design at the same time, right? So I'm gonna come on over here and I'm gonna type in frog in front of mushrooms and flowers, in front of a few. I don't know if that's the best prompt or whatever, but now I'm gonna click on the style that I like. So I like a lot of this clip art style and kawaii. I think this is kind of this style. It's kind of like a cute vector kind of format. I think that one right there is gonna work best. You can still look through and see if there's anything else that you like, but I think that one right there would work best, and it will kind of still give us that same color style. So I'm gonna click generate image. Let's see what pops up. All right, cool. So we have this one right here, and if you don't like it, you can just click generate image and it'll give you another one and another one and another one. So for this one right here, I'm just gonna click image vectorizer, and we're gonna do, let's count how many colors on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, close to about 6 colors. You can go over and then let it do as many colors as it possibly sees, and then you can pretty much like just merge the colors. But I don't like to overcomplicate things a lot of the times. All right, cool. The only problem to me is the background. I don't know if we can just remove the background. All right, so that is kind of a problem. As you can see, it made the background the same color as the skin, so that can become an issue. So what I'm gonna do is go back, and I'm gonna click AI background remover first this time. And there, now we already have the background gone, and then now we click image vectorizer so we can get those colors on our board so that we can edit those colors. All right, cool. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna zoom out a bit, and I'm just gonna copy this whole board. I'm gonna paste it. I'm gonna move it over here. That way I'm not messing with the original, and I can pretty much compare between the two and see which one I like. So now I'm gonna come on over here and pretty much pull this one right here up, and then now we can edit the colors. And now as you can see, even if I click on this right here, I'm still gonna be able to see the same document colors that's over there. Nice. All right, so this is the solid, showing us more of a navy, as you can see, like like his outline. It's not necessarily black, although it looks like it's black. So I'm just gonna go ahead and change that to black. And then we'll just pretty much click around until we are happy. Might even want to remove that circle in the back. Okay, so I can't necessarily remove the circle in the back without it interfering with his skin color and the mushroom color. So you do want to keep that in mind when it comes to print and whatever color the actual design is on. So let's change this pink to maybe that orange, and I think I'm probably fine from there, honestly. Actually, let's try the same color green and see how that looks. Okay, yeah, I think I like that. And let's change this as well and maybe make that more of a highlight. And obviously, if you want to go a level beyond, you can continue to edit the design, change the fonts until you find something that you are satisfied with. And that right there is exactly how you create a design that brings over $7,000 a month in revenue in just a matter of minutes. If this video helped you out, comment, like, subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one.